Hello everyone, welcome to Stereo 3D Plays, folks. Did you think I wasn't gonna show up for the day where Portal 2 gets a mod for VR support? Nah, hell no, think again. Here I am. I am super excited about this. I've been longing for this to happen because I have a bit of history with Portal 2 and VR. In 2014, I originally played it with Vireo Perception. So it was a rough result, mostly because I had very little experience configuring a game to run through an injector with the field of view and the image scaling and everything. So the experience was relatively mediocre. However, years later, when I had much more experience with VR injector tools such as Vorpex implemented direct VR support for this game, which improved things triple-fold. At this point, the visuals were great, the field of view was correct, the head tracking was spot on. The game was a lot more fun to play, except one issue remained. This was the same for all Source 2 engine games you would play in Vorpex. The gun layer was flat. And not only was it flat and in your face all the time, but it was also at the wrong depth. So it was punching through the geometry in front of you. It was a constant reminder that you're not using native VR, rather you're using an injector. But here we are today. We have native VR support for Portal 2. This is fucking awesome. Now, when I say native VR, I don't mean that the studio implemented it themselves. Rather, I mean there's no middleman software between the game and the VR, kind of like Vorpex does. In this case, the VR runtimes are inside the game. It's a direct link. This being a mod is irrelevant to that. It still functions just like native VR. Now, full disclosure, I've been burned a few times recently with a game I'm not familiar with on which I have to install a mod and then launch and record with a video. I went straight to recording and I ran into a whole bunch of issues and it really ruined everything, the whole session. It just throws everything off. I figured this time around I'd do what I call a tech run, which is to just play it a little bit before recording. So I did a 45-minute playthrough and things went quite well. This is very legit. It's quite amazing. We'll take a look at how it goes as soon as I launch it. I did run into a few issues, which I'll also point out, but the bottom line is I was able to play the game uninterrupted in full VR, and it's quite amazing. So let's go. I'm sure you're curious, you want to see what's going on here. Let's get right in the game. Okay, I am surprised right off the bat. Something I didn't even notice during my tech run. I actually loaded in the game and realized I'd done my Guardian bounds wrong in the Quest OS. So I went ahead and loaded the Guardian bound configurator and redid them while the game was running, and then I came back to the game and it was still running correctly over Airlink. Something that first-party VR games sometimes don't get right. You're gonna go out into the Quest 2 OS, do something, come back, and it will have broken the game. Well, this is not the case with a modded version of Portal 2 for VR. So here I am in what appears to be a proper VR title screen. So it doesn't have like a cool 3D environment around it like some other games do, but this is still good enough. You can navigate the menu with a laser pointer. If I hit my left trigger, it's going to switch the pointer to the left, the right, and just go ahead and navigate the menu that way. Now, a heads up before I proceed, I need to mention that this mod is not at the level of, for example, the Half-Life 2 mod, which is at an amazing, almost commercial level of VR. It's not even quite at the level of the Resident Evil mods. This is not matured enough to be compared to those yet. For example, if I open the options, I don't have a VR options category here. In fact, there are no VR specific options in any of these categories. Another issue I ran into, if you go to the video tab, if you change the resolution here, it will actually break your game. So when I tried it myself and I applied the new resolution, my laser was still pointing at the menu. I could still hear it react like this, but I could not see the changes on the screen anymore. It's kind of like the game went into a state of limbo where it didn't know if it was supposed to run on the desktop or in VR. So that kind of screwed me over, but it wasn't major. I just restarted the game and it actually picked up the resolution that I tried to configure. But like I said, this is a little bit rougher, and there are a few issues I'm pointing out along the way. But I must be very clear here, none of these issues got in the way of me playing this game, which is the main intention here. And in the end, the installation of this mod is not more complicated than the Half-Life 2 one or the Resident Evil ones. You go on the release page, which I'm going to link in the description, you download the latest version of the mod, you extract the files into the root of your Portal 2 game directory, and then there's a set of launch parameters that they give you on the GitHub instructions. Copy paste those into your Steam launch options. So I'm going to be showing this on the screen right now. Just copy a series of commands. Now I want to make a note on those commands. I'm actually taking a few out one by one. I'm not clear on if I'm supposed to leave those there every time I launch the game or not. I'm still researching that. So I've already taken out about half the options. Those that are actually accessible in the video tab, I actually removed them from the list now because they're kind of configured. But things that I can't access through the menus, I actually left in there because I think the launch parameters are enforcing things that are maybe necessary for VR. So it's really that simple. When it comes to playing in VR, this is about as good as any VR mod you'll get. Just as still rough around the edges. I was hesitating for this video. I've already played 45 minutes from the beginning. I was like, do I make a save and start from here for the first video in what I think will be a short B-roll series on the Stereo 3D Plays channel, or do I start back from the beginning? And I have made my decision. We are going from the very beginning of the game because there are too many cool things that I've seen along the way. I've played this game many times, many sections over and over because I was doing VR tests with it with Vorpex back in the day. And I was still blown away by so many things that I either didn't notice or didn't experience correctly. And it was fucking amazing.
You will hear a buzzer. When you hear the buzzer, look up at the ceiling.
Okay, so check this out. The first thing I'm gonna do is not listen to this cunt for a little moment so I can go over how this works. And I can actually go over the very first thing I noticed when I loaded in this with default settings is it felt like the aspect ratio was wrong. You might have noticed right now in my options I have an aspect ratio of 16:10. This is my attempt at resolving the issue. Now, the element that is throwing me off with the aspect ratio, very likely throwing me off, is the fact that when you move your head up and down like this, there's a back and forth motion that you'll perceive. If you've ever played a game through Vorpex, you may be familiar with this effect. I forget if this is due to the lack of the camera being a head on a stick, or the camera actually being a head on a stick. I think this is the former. I think this is the lack of it being a head on a stick, and it kind of gives this weird back and forth perception, and this may be what misleads me into thinking the aspect ratio is wrong. In fact, full disclosure, it's possible that changing the setting in the menu has no effect whatsoever, and this is just my perception. This is a B-roll, and I am discovering things on the fly, so bear with me. But here we go. So this game right now has motion control support. It's a little bare, it's a little crude, but it has it, all right? We'll see it as we go along. The one thing it doesn't have is room scale support. So if I walk forward right now, as you can see me doing on cam, I can see my guardian bounds come up and move. If I can force them to, yeah, I can see them move and I'm not moving in the game. It's super disorientating. I don't recommend you try walking around while playing this game because it will be disorientating, potentially causing motion sickness even, because you will not move in the game when you take steps. So that's one thing to note. It's a limitation right now, and I hope it's a limitation that can be eventually worked around. It's not a major one. I can still play this as if I were experiencing it with room scale VR.
Good. Now,
are we done?
Please return to your bed.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so this is where we look at slightly janky motion controller UI prompts. Like I said, this is a bit rough around the edges. This is one of these situations where there's no prompt on the key, and the key kind of like follows your controller a little bit, but then just disappears. But anyways, all you gotta do is point your controller at the bed and press the B button. Right. I forgot for a moment. That was actually pretty funny. Forgot for a moment what fucking button to press.
You have been in suspension for 9.
Fucking love this scene.
Anyone in there?
Subject should vacate the enrichment
Hello?
center immediately. Any test subject
Are you
not emerging
gonna open
from
the door
suspension at this time
at any
will be
time?
assumed to have exercised his or her right
Hello?
to remain in
This is, I mean, I've seen this
Are you gonna open this door?
many times. At least 50. And
Well, just open the door.
this looks amazing. I can tell that native VR just makes everything work better.
Ah, oh,
Jesus
God.
Christ, you
look,
sack of shit. Well, fuck
good.
yourself.
Looking good, actually. Are you okay? Are you? Don't answer that. I'm absolutely sure you're fine. There's plenty of time for you to recover. Just take it slow.
Please prepare for emergency evacuation.
Stay calm. Stay calm. Prepare. That's all I'm saying. Prepare. It's all fine. All right. Don't move. I'm gonna get us out of here. Oh, you might want to hang on to something. Word of advice. Up to you.
Oh boy, here we go. This is actually something I found so awesome with seated VR,
All right down there.
but I was blown away at how even more immersive it is while you're standing. It's not even about the room scale or the motion
Most
controls.
test
In fact, this
subjects
doesn't
do
even have room
experience some,
scale.
Cognitive deterioration after a few months in suspension.
The fact that
You've
the
been
whole
under
room is moving
for quite a lot
makes you
longer,
feel like
and
you're
it's
gonna
not
lose your
out of
footing.
the
It's
question
amazing.
that you might have a very minor case of serious brain damage. But don't be alarmed, all right? Although if you do feel alarmed, try to hold on to that feeling, because that is the proper reaction to being told that you've got brain damage. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Go
At all?
fuck
Does any
yourself.
of this make any
Go
sense?
fuck yourself.
Just tell me. Just say yes.
Fuck you. I'm
Okay.
fuck
What
you.
you're doing there is jumping. You just jumped. But never mind. Say apple. Apple.
So let's see now. Okay, so I see the prompt on the upper left of
Simple
the
word.
screen.
Apple.
I'm able to read it,
Just say.
but it's not
apple.
very
Classic.
good. I mean,
Very
this I hope this does get
A
improved over time.
Double PLE.
Shut
Okay,
the
you know what? That's
fuck
close enough.
up.
Just hold tight.
Just go, yeah, let's
All
do this,
reactor
all right?
core safeguards are now non-functional.
The subtitles, I tried to
Please
turn
prepare for
those
reactor
off.
core
I'm sure I can find a console command or a configuration
I wasn't
tool
gonna
to do
mention
that.
it to you, but I'm in
But
pretty
yeah,
hot
this is
water here.
this is amazing.
How you doing down there? You still holding on?
I am holding on. I'm
Reserve
enjoying the
power
ride,
running,
Wheatley.
so of
Shut
course
the fuck up
whole
and do your thing.
relaxation centre starts
Holy
waking up
fuck.
bloody test subjects.
Jesus
Hold on,
Christ.
it's a bit tricky.
And like, if you look through this opening,
Oh, what
you
come in?
feel those fucking heights when he's
What
going
should
over
I be
these
getting
walls.
for? You know about the light
Holy
functions of the 10,000 bloody test subjects I'm supposed to be in charge of.
Oh, that's high. That's high. That's high. That's really high.
Am I gonna make
That's
it through? Have I got enough
that's.
space?
Oh, this is amazing.
Just
I'm gonna hang here so I don't get tilted forward. Oh,
I just can't
fuck.
concentrate. And whose fault do you think it's going to be when the management
Oh,
comes down
shit.
here and finds 10,000 flipping vegetables? Alright, see now I hit that one. I hit that one.
It's. This is not motion sickness inducing at all.
Okay, listen. We should
I
get
feel
our
like I
stories
have to
straight,
stand
right?
like I'm on a
If anyone
boat.
asks, and no
Because I
one's
feel
gonna
like that
ask, don't worry.
motion is
If anyone
eventually
asks,
gonna suddenly
tell them
become
as far
real.
as you know, the
It's
last
so
time I
amazing.
checked,
It
everyone
actually
was
gives me
pretty
fucking
much alive.
goosebumps.
Dead. Okay, almost
Holy
there.
shit.
On the
Oh,
other
something
side
I
of that
noticed during
wall
my tech
is
run.
one of the old testing tracks.
See that piece of metal
There's
over
some
there?
equipment in there that
On
we're
the
gonna
bottom
need
right
to get out of
corner?
here.
Well, we're about to
I
go
think
through
this
it a
is
couple of
docking
times.
station. Get ready.
And I thought they should have fixed that. Look. Whoop. Oh, we went through it. Oh, God. That kind of took me out of it to see
That is
that.
not a
little
docking
piece
station.
of metal that we keep going
There's one
through.
mystery solved.
Go through it like
I'm
2 or
gonna
3
attempt
times.
A manual override on this wall. Could get a bit technical. Hold on.
Whoop. Mmm.
Almost
Everything
there.
looks really good for a
Remember,
game of this
you're looking for a
age.
gun that makes holes.
VR really is forgiving on graphics by a long shot. As long as your geometry is realistic and you have some decent materials, things will look real. This is absolutely amazing.
There we go.
This is, like I told you, I had to start from
You
the
are
beginning for a
probably
reason.
In no fit state to
I'm
run this
gonna-
particular type of cognitive gauntlet.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Eat
Hello.
shit.
And again, welcome to the Aperture Science Enrichment Center.
All right, folks, are you ready? We are about to embark into this fever dream of a game. But before I go on, I'm just going to do a quick go over the controls. They're really, really simple. You got your usual left stick walking, right stick rotation. You press A to jump. You press B to pick up objects. Now, it's a little weird because you can't see your hands at the beginning of the game. But guess what? This mechanic doesn't even work with your hands. It works with your look direction. So all you got to do is look at the object you want to pick up. Like I have my hands behind my back here. And just press B, and it's actually going to attach it to your hand. It's a little weird that it's the look direction that affects this mechanic, and then it attaches to your hand. But that is how it works at the moment. I'm sure this is going to be looked at. Look mechanic. Haha, get it? No pun intended. Yeah, so what you usually want to do is for this not to happen that way is you just look at the object and reach up and press B, and there you go, you picked up the object, and then you can put it down by pressing B again, and while you're holding the object you press the trigger to activate it. So the gun, you shoot, left trigger, and the right grip button will be the alternate portal. So that's it. The controls are that simple. The Y button opens the menu like this, and you can navigate the menu either with your direction buttons or with the laser pointers. Now, one of the first things I did in my tech run was to see what happens when you're between portals, and I'm looking over there and I'm thinking, hey, there's a body model in this game, and I clearly don't have it on me right now. So this is not that I expected or wanted one. I'm just surprised that there is none. But it's a good thing because there's also no VR options, and I wouldn't be able to turn it off if there was one. I really don't like body models to begin with. I'm not requesting one, but I would have liked a pair of hands to see where my hands are located. But I'll live, except as you can see, there is clearly a body model because the alternate version of myself I see through the portal has a body to it. So what I wanted to do, first thing I did is just stand between two portals like this and watch what happens. I actually, only in my left eye right now, I can see the inside of the body model, because the game considers that I'm half and half. The left half of my body is out the portal, and the right side of my body is still in the portal. So it's really, really doing some weird shit. But right now, out of my left eye, I can see what it looks like to have a body model in this game, and thank God there is none. But I would use some hands. Yes, one of the first things I wanted to see is how this game is going to handle the portal transitions in VR. I think that was one of the biggest limitations to this game never getting ported to VR, not even by Valve themselves, is that the portals can be some hardcore shit. And while I find them absolutely exhilarating and trippy, some people may actually get discomfort from them. So, stare at the cube, press B,
button-based testing caused
carry
this
it over,
emergency. Don't worry,
drop it on the
the
thing,
odds of this happening
and
twice
that's it.
are very slim.
Here's our first elevator. So an issue with the elevators that I encountered in my testing, it kind of randomly rotates you. So my reflex in this game is to do this. I enter the elevator and I pre-turn, and then it fades out, and when it fades back in, I'll be facing the correct way, but it wasn't playing like that with me last time. I would basically end up, rotated 90 degrees randomly like that. It was really weird.
Lie on your back and apply immediate pressure to your temples. You are simply experiencing a rare reaction in which the material emancipation grill may have emancipated the ear tubes inside your head.
This fucking game. So crazy. Alright, so we got our first little portal here. First little portal puzzle, should I say. There we go. So this is like the you don't have the gun, you pleb type deal. That's okay. I'm just gonna do it real quick. I mean, the mechanics at the very base are just super easy. It's absolutely carefree. Like I said, I ran into a few issues along the way, but none of these issues stopped me from playing the game like this. It's fucking simple. It's just go, go, go. It almost feels like I'm playing it with the simplicity of the desktop, which I really love. So watch, I'm gonna stare in this direction now and see if it rotates me randomly again.
For an interview when society has been rebuilt. If the Earth is currently governed by a pair of animal
this time it rotated me in the correct direction.
Body that either refuses to.
Hey, you made it!
Ah, you sack of
There
shit.
should be a portal device on that podium over there.
Yeah, I don't want to hear you talk. Oh! Fuck! I did not expect that, I'll tell you why. When I originally tried this during my tech run, there was micro stutter before the fall. And it really took me out of it, but this time it just fluidly went. That was fucking awesome. There are a couple of good falls in this game that are very enjoyable. Alright. Shut the fuck up. Okay, I have the portal gun, and as you can see, it's a little rough. So it looks like it's missing the main body, and I don't know why. Maybe because the gun in the game is just that and nothing else. But hopefully the model can be replaced eventually for something that's a bit more complete. But here, look, the important thing is now my hand is tracked. I know where my right hand is pointing at all times. And the other important thing is I have this fucking thing now, so I can actually start playing the fucking game. So I hit the left trigger, it does blue portals, that's all I get for now. I will get the other ability later. Just like, this is the normal game, this is Portal 2 in its full integrity, just with the VR stacked on top of it. This is fucking awesome. It's absolutely.
Some emergency testing may require prolonged interaction with lethal military androids.
Alright, so we're gonna look at this horizontal vertical transition. So I made a portal that's on the ceiling over there, and I'm gonna jump through it, and the game is gonna rotate me to vertical, which, by the way, provides no discomfort whatsoever. I've been really surprised with this. That's probably the most important part, but the part that sucks is that it's very disorientating, because now I have my visual cues through the portal. I'm like seeing the floor, but when I go through it, I'll suddenly be looking at that wall over there. Watch. Boom. Now I'll tell you, this is probably the best way to do this mechanic. I can't blame the modders for doing it this way. In fact, I think that's how the game just does it at the base. But it would have been cool to have a very fast rotation animation to make it less disorientating. Although I don't know if that's even possible, because I could swear the game actually works like this natively. What do we do? This is where I discovered that the B activation mechanic was done with where you're looking at rather than where your hand is pointing. So I'll give you an example. I'm going to point at the button on my left, but I'm going to look at the button on my right and press B, see what happens, and it actually activates the left one instead of the right one. So I look left, I look right, and that should be... Oh yeah, I forgot. God damn it. Forgot a really important step here. There we go. That's actually going to work correctly this time. There we go. Thank you for the cube. Put that shit on the circle.
Well, the Enrichment Center reminds
Shut the
you
fuck
that
up.
although circumstances may appear bleak, you are not alone.
Alright, here we go. This is another high jump. There's a lot of high jumps in this fucking game. If high jumps make you uncomfortable in VR, probably not the best game for you. Literally is littered with them. But this gets fucking nuts. This actually gets fucking nuts. So you gotta throw yourself over there and just open that door. So watch this. I'll make a portal. I'm trying to make it as straight as possible. Will you make it straight? Thank you. Whoa! Son of a bitch. Holy shit. Okay, now if I recall correctly, I do this, but it throws it there. So what I can do is just pick it up and jump with it. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, shit. Almost forgot. That would have freaked me out to jump. Forget to make the hole and jump anyways. There we go. Whoa! Yeah, that just...
If you are a
that feels fucking amazing.
This facility amid the ruins of civilization.
Here we go! Fuck! I almost hit the hole. Oh shit.
Starter. That said, if you are simple-minded, bold, or irradiated in such a way that the future should not start with you, please return to your primitive tribe and send back someone better qualified for testing.
You sacks of fucking shit.
Plug me into that stick on the wall over there, yeah? And I'll show you something. You'll be impressed by this.
Oh, I can't let go of him.
Go on, just jam me in over there.
Yeah. God damn it.
Yeah, I can't do it if you're watching. Seriously, I'm not joking. Could you just turn around for a second?
You're not gonna do it, are you? Sack of shit?
I can't do it if you're watching. Alright, you can turn around now.
Do it!
Secret panel. Got it open while your back was turned. Pick me up, and off we go. Look at this! No rail to tell us where to go. Oh, this is brilliant. We can go wherever we want. Just, hold on though, where are we going? Seriously. Hang on, let me just get my bearings. Just follow the rail, actually. Oh no. Yes, hello, no, we're not stopping.
Shoot him!
Contact, whatever you do.
Shoot him!
Thanks, we're good. Appreciate it. Keep moving, keep moving.
Hello! Hello! This fucking game is so cool. Look at what happens when I put him near the wall.
The window of time.
He goes
Voice
through the wall,
reservations.
but I
Still
can
open.
still see his full geometry. So his geometry is like punching through the wall, and it becomes kind of an eyesore. What I'm realizing right now is that the gun, and whatever you're carrying on it, i.e. Wheatley, is on another layer. So if I put him through the ground, I still see him, even though he's going through the ground. Same goes for the wall, and it's really a fucking weird effect. And I don't think the modders could fix that. I don't think it needs fixing. It's basically convenient this way, and you don't experience it often. I just wanted to point it out. It's actually weird that Wheatley himself is actually also on the gun layer. It's very strange. That looks fucking enormous. Looks like a field
Okay, I'm gonna leave the cards on the
underwater.
table. I don't want to do it. I don't want to go in there. Don't go in there. She's
of
off.
course we're
She's off.
going in
Don't
there.
panic over. She's off. All fine.
You're
There we go.
you're the one who fucks everything up anyways.
There she is.
It's not
What
my
a nasty
fault.
piece of work she was, honestly. Like a proper maniac. Do you know who ended up taking her down in the end? You're not going to believe this. A human. I know. I wouldn't have believed it either. Apparently this human escaped and nobody's seen him since. Then there was a sort of long chunk of time where
Him, eh?
absolutely nothing happened. And then there's us escaping now. So that's pretty much the whole story. You're up to speed. Don't touch him. Okay, down these stairs. Jump! Actually, look at it. That is quite.
Fuck you! Whoa!
Still held. Still being held. That's a great job.
Shut
applied
up.
The grit. We're all fine. That's tremendous.
Wheatley, it's time for you to fuck everything up. But first, it'd be nice if you shut the fuck
I
up.
do not recommend it. Ah, I've just done it again.
Yeah, I want to throw you over.
This
I want
is
to
the
fucking
main
see how
breaker
scary it is. Can you tell me
Let's
how
go in.
deep it is? Sack of shit.
Look
Oh,
for a
wow.
switch that says
this is
escape
great.
pod. All right, don't touch anything else. Not interested in
Did
anything
they
else.
say
Don't touch anything
anything?
else.
No, they don't even
look
say
at
anything.
else. Just,
How the
well, obviously
fuck
you've got
am
to
I
look at everything
supposed
else
to
to
fucking
find
find a
escape pod,
switch
but
that
as soon
says
as you look at
something if they
it
don't
doesn't
say
escape pod,
nothing?
Look at something
Shut
else.
the
Look at
fuck
next thing,
up.
all right? But don't touch anything else or look at anything. Well, look at other things, but don't. You
Holy
understand?
shit.
Can you see it anywhere? I can't see it anywhere. Tell you what, plug me in and I'll turn the lights on.
Jeez.
Let there be
Thank
light.
you.
That's God. He's quoting God. Oh, look at that. Turning. Ominous.
You,
but probably fine, as long as it
yeah.
doesn't start, moving up. Now. Escape pod, escape pod.
This is
It's
great.
moving up. Okay. No,
You
don't
fucking
worry,
idiot!
I've got it. This should slow it down. No, makes it go faster. Uh-oh.
Power up initiated.
Okay, don't panic. All right, stop panicking. I can still stop this.
I'm not panicking, you're panicking.
Oh, there's a password. Okay, it's fine. I'll just hack it. Not a problem. A. C. Wait, did I do B? Do you have a pen? Start writing these down.
Power up complete.
I don't. Okay. Listen. All right, new plan. Act natural. We've done nothing wrong. Hello.
Oh, it's you.
You know her?
It's been a long time. How have you been?
Fuck you.
I've been really busy being
This looks absolutely amazing.
After you murdered me.
You did what?
Yeah, this is one moment where it glitches a little bit, but it's okay. Right after that, it's all okay.
Look, we both said a lot of things.
The
that
other
you're
thing
going
I
to regret.
noticed is that I don't have a hook
But
attached to
also
me,
we can put
probably
differences
because this scene
behind
didn't allow any camera
Besides,
movement, or very limited
you
camera
monster.
movement, so you're not meant to see that you don't actually have a hook.
I
Well,
will say,
wow,
though, that
this
since
is
you went to
great.
all
That
the
actually
trouble of
feels
waking me up,
amazing.
You must really.
This is like the
really love
opposite of
it.
motion sickness, by the way.
I
Oh,
love it
oh,
too.
oh, oh, here we go.
There's just one small
Oh, shit.
thing we need to take care of first.
You fucking bitch. What the fucking... This is so good. This is so good. These high jumps and falls are absolutely amazing. Holy fuck. Oh! Fucking hell.
The incinerator room.
Holy shit. Give me the fucking gun.
There. Good. You have a dual portal device. There should be a way back to the testing area.
So I
up
wonder if
ahead.
it tells me the control prompts anywhere on the screen. I didn't notice this during my tech run. It does not. So it's right grip button to do the orange portal and left trigger to do the blue like it was just before. It's pretty simple.
Once testing
Woo!
starts, I'm required by protocol to keep interaction with you to a minimum. Luckily, we haven't started testing yet. This will be our only chance to talk. Here, let me get that for you. Do you know the biggest lesson I learned from what you did? I discovered I have a sort of black box quick save feature. In the event of a catastrophic failure, the last 2 minutes of my life are preserved for analysis. I was able, well, forced really, to relive you killing me again and again, forever. You know, if you'd done that to somebody else, they might devote their existence to exacting revenge. Luckily, I'm a bigger person than that. I'm happy to put this all behind us and get back to work. After all, we've
Get
got
this
a lot
shit
to
out of the
do
way. There's
and
no
only
white
16
panels
more
over there.
years to do it.
Well, actually there is, but it
Why?
won't let me because
I
video
don't
game
have
logic.
the actuarial tables in front of me. But the important thing is
What do I
you're
look
back
like?
with me. And now I'm on to all your little tricks. So there's nothing to stop us from testing for the rest of your life. Not bad.
Yeah.
I forgot how good you are at this. You should pace yourself, though. We have a lot of tests to do.
No, that means I should move faster. So, if I recall correctly, I did have issues with the precision of dropping a block. Like, I want to aim at that thing perfectly, and it kind of moves after I drop it, so I kind of miss. Okay, that's good enough. So, I'm just going to go ahead and blue wall it. Well, I think that's where I left off. Yeah, that's where I ended my my tech run. Because I don't recognize this puzzle, other than like the first time I played this game, which is quite some time ago. So we want one cube to be going there. All right, all right. Actually, let's not land on the laser. Try to get ourselves a safe position. There we go. Oh wow, a vertical to vertical feels wonderful. It actually worked out really good. So is it gonna stay? Yep. Okay, so it's close enough on the dropping that I actually don't experience too many issues. What's the other thing it wants me to do? Oh yeah, this actually wants to be hitting another. Oh, this one's actually really easy.
Congratulations.
There
Not
we
on the
go.
test. Most people emerge from suspension terribly undernourished. I want to congratulate you on beating the odds and somehow managing to pack on a few pounds. One moment.
One moment.
You are navigating
What
this
the
test
fuck?
chambers faster than I can
Every
move them.
room I enter
So
so
feel
far,
free to slow
GLaDOS,
down.
it's not ready, it's a
Do
fucking
whatever
mess,
it is
and
you
you're
do
still
when you're not
cleaning it up
destroying
as I
this
enter.
facility.
Can you do better, please? You just try harder if you're gonna fucking make me test perpetually? Jesus Christ. Half-assed bullshit. Oh wow. this one's a little trickier, is it now? Okay, I can go to that area to get a cube. There clearly is a target to hit here. I can probably do it literally something like this to hit it. And this actually brings back a platform so that I can carry the cube over. But I also have to avoid going through the goddamn laser by, I guess, jumping? Okay, that's actually doable. Alright, cool. Do I want to stop it? No, I don't think so. I think I can even use the block to block myself when I go through the laser, so... Okay. Oh yeah, and I didn't... Oh, okay, this just fucking comes out here. It's really not that difficult. I left that portal there, so I can... Oh wow, look at what happens here. The game is 2D, but going through the VR pass-through, and the gun is still tracking. Okay, I'm gonna save my game, because yes, like I said earlier, this will likely become a short series of B-rolls. I might even finish the game, because it's not that long throughout the series. But it's definitely something I wanted to investigate. And about 2-3 parts into the series, I do plan on making a feature presentation on Stereo 3D Productions. I do have to apologize for the fact that on Stereo 3D Productions, I can't really go and release things quickly. I don't want to make a video like at the moment where the thing releases and just rush everything out, because things have happened in the past when I make a video like that, especially when it's technical and I'm showing people stuff. I always have regrets on what I could have shown, should have shown, and so forth. And this new method of doing a B-roll and discovering more of the game before I rush to a video, I felt was really good for things that get technical. First impressions are fine to do on the fly, but when it comes to this type of video where I'd want to present the mod and tell people what I think about it and what this game feels like in VR, I feel like I need to go through it for a few hours before I make any determination.
It was part of an initiative to investigate how well test subjects could solve problems when they were catapulted into space. Results were highly informative. They could not. Good luck.
Okay, first off, I think I need to do this. What the fuck? This is so cool. Oh my god, this is so cool. Okay, now I think this will catapult. Let's see what happens. What? The fuck am I supposed to do with that shit? Are you fucking crazy? Are you fucking insane? Ah, fuck. Okay, I might actually enjoy this. Oh, come on, bullshit. I had it. Yeah! So amazing.
Here's an interesting fact. You're not breathing real air. It's too expensive to pump this far down. We just take carbon dioxide out of the air, freshen it up a little, and pump it back in. So you'll be breathing the same roomful of air for the rest of your life. I thought that was interesting.
The performance so far has been through the roof. It hasn't perceivably dropped a single frame. It hasn't even fucking micro stuttered this time. It did on me once last time, but not this time. This is absolutely delightful. Here we go. So I forget, do I have to come back here after? I think so. Okay. We're going there. Okay, holy shit, this is so cool. Oh no, shit. Okay, I remember now. But how the fuck do I get back there now? Okay, right. So I'm gonna want probably to shoot the portal. There we go. Is that the other end of the room? Is that where I came in from? Yeah, okay, good. Woo! Okay. We're gonna redo the dive boards, and they made it so you need to. Okay, and I need to remember that this is right trigger. Okay, not right trigger, but rather right grip button. Ooh! that was at the last second. Oh my god. Fuck. So the block? Where the fuck does the block
Oh,
come down?
sorry. I'm still cleaning out the test chambers, so sometimes there's still trash in them, standing around, smelling and being useless. Try to avoid the garbage hurtling towards you.
Actually, can I use it as the button? Okay. Wait, where the fuck is... Oh, the button's over there. Of course the button's fucking over there. Oh, there it comes. Nice. Okay, and then I do... that. I swear it makes the game really weird with the fact that I don't know what's with the aim is actually really weird. I always feel like, and I think it's the fact that the gun's on another layer, so it's not quite oriented the way it should be. Yeah, asshole.
Oh, no. I fizzled that one too. Oh well. We have warehouses full of the things.
Can you just give me a
Absolutely
normal one?
worthless. I'm happy to get rid of them.
You sack of shit. Alright. And then I can just punch. Here. Do I need the blue portal here? I ain't got no high up places, do I? Okay, so I just gotta remember to right click it. I am on the lift? Yes. Very nice. What are you making me do here? Oh, are you now? Are you now? I need to jump there, and then I need to jump there. Okay. But I'm gonna come back with this cube first. Right, okay. Alright, perfect. But... oh, yeah, right. We got it. We got this. Whoa, don't fall off. Okay, something I don't like is how I made that hole. Okay, very good. Okay, very good. Ooh, fuck, that's so fucking cool. That is so fucking cool. Yes. Perfectly accurate hole. Whoa! Fucking hell, man.
Every
These
test
puzzles
chamber
are
is
so
equipped
cool.
With an emancipation grill at its exit.
Okay, folks, I'm doing one last save here, and that will make me call it a day. I've got a little over an hour of gameplay, and I think that's plenty to give a first part, and I'm honestly thinking I might be able to make my feature presentation video on the main channel after only 2 parts. Possibly 3, because I may discover other things, or there may be updates on the way. I don't know if this thing's going to get rapidly update or just go on a slow burn schedule. I'm not sure which, but either way, it doesn't need that much research because it's so damn easy to play the game. This is absolutely comfortable, performs well, and so far for a puzzle game has been extremely exhilarating. One of the most exhilarating things I've done in virtual reality in a good while. I mean, I don't mind redoing this jump again. I think this jump is fucking awesome. And I can actually take a look at something at the same time. Ooh, okay, I fall short, so I wouldn't be able to take that cube. I tried to actually grab it from here, but it won't let me. But yeah, this is absolutely incredible. You're playing Portal 2 just the way you remember it, except you are in VR, you're fully immersed, And those fucking crazy jumps are absolutely amazing. It is somewhat hardcore by parts, but of course, while you're just solving the puzzles, it's rather casual, actually, I'll tell you. There is no extreme movement other than those jumps and falls. Sometimes there's the horizontal portal deal, but even that is so easy to stomach. There's really no discomfort to it. There's a little bit of disorientation, but no discomfort. So, put aside the issues I encountered, I mean, yes, one of them is major, where you actually you lose the game. You basically have to restart the game. You gotta open the options menu, go to video, and change the resolution for that to happen. So unless you're doing that, you're not gonna have any problems. Yes, the implementation is rough. The UI elements in the world, as you saw earlier when I was next to the bed, the prompt was really weird. Sure, these issues exist. They do not stop you from playing the game. It's absolutely amazing. If it is your first time playing Portal 2 and you're doing it in VR, just remember the button prompts I gave you earlier. Right trigger to shoot, right grip button to shoot the alternate portal, and A to jump, B to use, Y to open menu. That's about it. Left stick to walk and right stick to rotate, just like any VR game would have it. Well, that's it. It's really that fucking simple. It's really that fucking simple. You know what? You know what I could do here? Do one of these, one of these, and then we can start doing this. Take an eternal walk through portals. I can even, okay, my look direction is definitely head oriented. I don't have an option for that yet. Maybe there's one in the config, like I said earlier. But this is fun. This is actually silly. Let's do a shorter one. We are going into the Twilight Zone. All right, folks, I'm done. Thanks for watching Stereo 3D Plays Part 1 of this Portal 2 B-roll. It's freaking amazing. I wasn't expecting this. Just like Doom 3, I wasn't expecting it. This was also unexpected, and I'm really glad to see it because I added it on the list immediately, and I was like, I have to do this now. This is just so cool. All right, I'll see you soon, folks. See you soon, because I want to play more of this. And there's another little game I want to bring back on this channel on Stereo 3D Plays. Probably not on Stereo 3D Productions, but at least on Stereo 3D Plays. Because I took a look at it recently and I thought it was fucking awesome, and I kind of forgot about it over time. But yeah, you'll see what it is. It's actually going to be a nice little surprise for y'all. But that's it, folks. Let's go the orange side. I shall see you next time. You've been watching Stereo 3D Plays. Thanks for watching all the way through. I really appreciate it. See you next time.